Take it away, Ruby versus NAVI Junior.
I miss you, Vertigo.
Yeah, I was going to say, Brandon, there's no way you were about to advocate for Vertigo, were you? I called you my co-caster here. Either way, I might have to reconsider. Krabeni, double kill for him. Very forward positions being taken up by NAVI Junior here in this opening pistol. Perhaps a little bit of a statement that they are not going to be sitting by idly here on the defensive half. They're happy to force the fight. Makaze on the reload will still effectively get the kill there alongside Krabeni. That's a triple kill for the captain and, well, Ruby Flounder.
I don't think NAVI Junior will be expecting this, but because it's been so long and they never saw him on B, really, then I doubt you anticipate him. So, bare minimum, he gets Krabeni. There it is, locked in. Second kills the charm, but Disease immediately just repositions. Much better.
Getting themselves a bit of a foothold in the round and then setting themselves up for a side take.
That works. Just accelerate on Makaze. Krabeni with a counter utility. Not only the incendiary, but also the flash. And you know they're going to swing you. You know they're going to want to take fights here. And Ruby use that to their advantage. Hasanator doubles down. And with it being a 2v4, it is just Ruby taking their timing. And it is Ruby not being afraid to fight NAVI Junior. But could that come back to bite them? Because this is a 4v2. It turns into a 2-on-3, but Krabeni and Sentry are already running away. Posted there, you would have thought would have at least flashed back into short to give him more room. Then he does none of that. Sentry just jumps into easy.
Yeah.
We got a game on here.
There's the proof that...
Can you see anything over this? Oh, kind of if you spam, but I don't really know what the benefit of this boost is right now. Krabeni has to fall away. He's picked up the AWP that was on short. And there we go. I guess it does work. Hasanator removed early. A break on that smoke, which has now disappeared. Easy has got the bomb, but I like this pressure being applied by Fozil, and especially that headshot onto Krabeni. Can he find any more? He can. Completely destroying NAVI Junior on B. Creates that pathway for Ruby on A. Fozil alleviates all of that pressure because if Easy was found out in top middle, that's the bomb down. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, very well done there from Fozil, man. That's great shooting, honestly. That first kill was clean, perfect crosshair placement, and then the spray to find the second. Cade ensures that Jugas isn't going to be able to save anything.
Put out the bait to get Makaze and Krabeni here. They've now doubled down on it, and this anchors them into middle, and now you execute B. It's a very good goal out the in-game leader. And that is a really nice shot out of him as well.
It is, but it's still at least a trade, and that could allow for Krabeni to shift up towards this B bomb site and try and help Jugas out. He's going to arrive on the scene just in time. Krabeni looks like he wants to take first contact. It's going to be Jugas who gets a kill and then gets traded. Krabeni needs at least a frag, and he's done that to leave his team in an even numbers game. Just enough time here for the plant. Easy's going to have to wait for that molly to dissipate, and he will. Okay, looks like NAVI Junior. I mean, what have they got to work with here? An incendiary in towards the back of the box, and they're going to be pushing through the doors together here in tandem. They found the first on Fozil. It's Easy left. He's desperately trying to isolate these jewels right now. Tries so hard not to overexpose himself to both the players, but Demon stands right there on top of Cemetery to ensure he can get the trade.
From both Cade, also Krabeni, just guaranteeing that trade on B. I'm excited. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. And we're seeing this meta smoke that's now being applied into long. Easy doesn't get there, but you can see it from the T side perspective. It lands at blue bin, and it means that that second molly doesn't do anything. You can just scale. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's one way to get a trade, isn't it? Through the smoke, through the doors. See you later.
Yeah,
he did throw the AWP out, though, which is nice.
That's true. At least they do a bit of housekeeping and get rid of that AWP, but I think they just hear him. And Swalio's like, all right, well, just going to try my luck here, man. Didn't really take much either. Just destroys Krabeni. Jugas will slot into position. I kind of like the fact he's tucked in behind the doors where his teammates just died. Fozil's trying to control the flank. He finds the first, but the trade's available. Good double up, and there's Jugas getting the kill long. And now, Caden has to realize, okay, one tunnel's one long, means that there could be some space in towards middle. But how do they get from middle into a bomb site here unscathed? They have got a smoke for CT, but that would then give the game away.
NT on that flick, but it does mean they get over. Demon's now going to take this fight, and Hasanator's already through the doors. He's not prepared for that because of that lack of utility. It's that acceleration that is the element of surprise. 2v2, plenty of after-plant utility here for Ruby.
Yeah, they have another smoke grenade, 2 mollies as well. That should just be enough to completely lock NAVI Junior out of the bomb site, I think. They have used one of their smokes in towards tunnels, so maybe that could allow for NAVI Junior to still stand a chance. The problem is they don't have a kit, so that could certainly need to be an issue. Jugas will get his gun just out in time there. Down to the 1v1. Cade playing behind the box. It doesn't look like they're expecting him here. Symmetry left alone in the clutch, but like I said, time's of the essence. He has picked up a kit. He's got the no-scope as well. And Symmetry has saved the day by burying Cade 6 foot under.
It had to take one of those moments for NAVI Junior. It had to be an individual play that gets them that round, because Ruby have made a great effort in recovering this. Because, again, I was going to talk about the trades at NAVI Junior, and we can still talk about that. But it's that decision, as you highlighted. How are they going to get across middle? They're just going to take the fight. They're going to wide swing and make the AWP miss.
Makaze up close and personal towards middle. He's got Krabeni in tow, so Krabeni would be taking first contact. Might mean Makaze goes unchecked, and there we go. Yes, he will be able to draw blood, and then wants to try and slide out of that position because it's very difficult to make anything more work from there. Symmetry is the one who's there, excuse me. It's not Krabeni, just posted on the angle. He gets a kill as well. Ruby have had a lot of emphasis in towards middle, and this time they've been shut down, at least for now.
So this could still be short for Ruby, but more likely it's probably going to be B. So now you've got 2 defenders here.
Oh man, it's going to be a while before Symmetry gets there, but like you say, you have got 2 players. Makaze is going to go down off just getting the 1 kill. Fozil doubles down. Brilliant work from him on the entries, but there's no time. There is no time. That's so unfortunate. I thought that there would have been enough if Easy just pulls the bomb out and then runs onto the site. Did he not realize?
But if Navi already run away with this, it feels very difficult to ascertain the control of Dust 2 on your CT side. Symmetry will fall. He does, because now he's left Krabeni and Jugas completely on his own. Jugas gets 1. There's that swinging from short. That's important, because that still gives NAVI Junior an element in towards B.
And it's going to take a while before the bomb actually gets planted, Jess. So that's going to give all the time in the world now for NAVI Junior to actually get in a position to make the retake happen. And they need that time as well, because it's 2 players going the entire way around through T-spawn into tunnels. Now, Fozil is the one who's here right now. He may never anticipate this, but...
Did he hear them?
No. Doesn't look like it for sure, but he is still in a corner where he could be able to adjust, right? He's going to spot them coming through from the right-hand side of his screen, but Makaze just steps in and gets the kill. Okay, that could open up yet another retake here for NAVI Junior. Yet another unlikely retake, but they've been so good in these situations already. Easy's forced out into the open. He's been traded smoked by Krabeni, but the problem is, how does he find Hassanator? This is really smart positioning from Hassanator, who will even get the kill through the smoke, and Ruby desperately needed that round. And Krabeni is going to go searching, my goodness. But look at how far forward Ruby are out towards long already.
Depends on the timing here for both parties. That's a great shot, but Demon just trades him straight through the smoke. And okay, the timing's been hit now where Krabeni's going to be undetected at long because Makaze is here with Fozil. So Makaze gets that kill, and then that sets up Krabeni. He finds 2. Demon hits another dig. You're not getting 5. What? You can have 8. But it's good to see that the rounds that Ruby have lost have been pretty competitive as well. It's not just been a complete blowout.
Yeah, absolutely. I think every single round here in this map so far has been competitive. Look at this big stack here from Ruby over towards tunnels in the B bomb site. And NAVI Junior, well, they've either read into this or they've gotten fortunate, as they've just gone up long into this vacant A bomb site, forced Swallow backwards. They haven't taken any casualties either, which will certainly make their lives a lot easier now in this post plant. There's a flash and a smoke grenade for the CT side, but no kit. That could be the difference maker.
Smoke doesn't go on the bomb. It goes on the Avangar second smoke, just to try and grab some space. But the thing is, the Glocks are not going to care at all. But if you give them fights, then they might. Fozil gets 2 over the top. 2 players also dinked, and Krabeni just swings for the fences. Symmetry now taking his time with the P250. Needs to try and knock the diffuser off and can't do it. Fozil on 1 HP is just about not going to get the defuse. No way he doesn't get that defuse. Screw it. Let's just go long with our better weaponry. That's the idea. Because remember, NAVI Junior, they like to prioritize all the rifles. Symmetry's got a scout, but Easy and Sawalio have come back in with kills. Swallow's been dinked, which doesn't feel great for him. Easy now forced into both 2 mollies, but he's still just getting an angle. Mikaze will find Hasanator. Remember, Swallow was low, and now Easy is stuck. Mikaze finally shows us an example of that individual brilliance that we're used to seeing in him. And NAVI Junior walk away with that round all off the back of that man. They play in that isn't your main roster competing. It's an interesting discussion.
A beater team, you know, could also be another option. Swallow towards long gets fed at first, and he does dink down the second demon. Takes damage. Cade is out in the open. He's also going to be traded. There's still another player here, Fozol, but Fozol's gone down. That's the difference maker. Fozol going down without a kill is what gives NAVI Junior the man advantage. They're struggling to actually get the bomb across onto the site, though. They're taking time, and Hasanator's taking names.
Okay, Easy needs to peek this very safely. Or he could just swing and grab the kill. But it's the nade, the martyrdom, that is doing the damage. I love this. Easy swap to a rifle, and he just immediately gets rid of Demon. Good comms out of Ruby.
Problem is, look at what it means for the investment here for Ruby, man. If Hamas 2 MP9s to plug the gaps, they've got the AWP, Easy drops an M4. It's not convincing, but they're still alive, and ultimately that's what matters. Going to see a crossing of paths between the two AWPers. The flash is perfect from the T side, but Easy hits the timing shot anyway.
And that is something that has been actually consistent in his game. In a game, in a series marred with inconsistencies for Easy, he's always been very good at getting that opening fight, making it easy for his team to win those rounds. But Swallow goes pushing for a better gun, and he just gets domed.
Yeah, very good angle being held there. Easy is still in position. Fozol's going to have a job to do on top of the boxes right now, and he can avoid the trade. He's dropped the bomb carrier. That's so unfortunate for NAVI Junior. Had they not committed to that, maybe they could have just gone out long with the bomb. They've just killed Easy there. Could have been a whole lot better for NAVI Junior at that point. Anyway, it's going to be 11-6, couple of guns carried over, but it's not really ideal at all because I think they're going to have to force around these guns now. They get 2,400 if they lose this round. That's not enough for Mikaze to get a buy. I guess Krabeni has some money in the bank, so he could go Galil armor.
I like this. You get the mid control if you're NAVI Junior. Now you start to lead with Symmetry in the AWP.
Hasanator's got the angle, but he's out in the open. How is he still alive? How is Hasanator alive? That is a big miss there. Big missed opportunity. He's going to get flushed out by the molly, though. And Cade can't do anything about it. In the meantime, they've gone searching through long, though. They've got 2 players who have committed. It means there's a lot of space on the map, and
immediately you're going to see the reshuffle out of NAVI Junior.
He can't call for them back, though. He can't call for them back. The rotations are not available. There's players who have circumvented these rotations. Fozol is here right now, and he's good for 1. But this might just lure NAVI
they're not going to know about
trap.
short.
Not at all. They'll never expect Cade here. Symmetry gets the trade, but he can't avoid Swallow and towards the top of the middle. That's the round over. If only NAVI Junior had gone into B. That bomb site was completely vacant. Again, they've somewhat misread the round.
Yeah, I don't know how they've misread that, because if you're not... This is what I was trying to get at. If you're Krabeni, you've walked up short, nothing short. Look at this.
Anyway, again, they found the chink in the armor. They found the gap in the defense, making their way up short very early on. Hasanator's going to appear in this direction, but he's lost his head. Krabeni with the hero AK. Himself and Jugas invest in the round entirely. The rest of the team have saved. This is not an orthodox investment at all, but one that they've seemingly been able to make work, because I don't even think Ruby can afford to attempt this retake.
Yeah, but they will. You feel like they will. If they don't find anything in the next 10-15 seconds, that's where you called it off. So you're going to drop this smoke here for Fozol. Got the long play in from Cade as well. He's got utility that he can throw down just to help out Fozol. Easy walks over with a nade, but it's too late. They've already moved off the bomb site. Fozol's now getting peppered. There's no time to go for this round, surely, unless Fozol can just keep destroying them. But no, there's Jugas getting that kill immediately. Sawalio's last player left alive, and he gets removed as well. Really important spray because it gathers that kill.
A scout, a FAMAS, upgraded pistols. That's what Ruby have at their disposal right now. They're going to go searching again. Mikaze is in position here. He's with his teammates as well. And Cade actually does pretty damn well to get 2.
And Hasanator push tunnels. So now you're on a timer. Oh, now you're on a real timer if you're Krabeni. But he smokes himself off. And Easy makes it round the corner. Mikaze now holding and securing 2v2.
Oh, no.
This whole situation's just been reset, and now this is troublesome for Ruby.
Oh no. have to win this and then 4 more in a row immediately afterwards to force it into overtime. It's a tall order, but right now they're just focused on the retake. Look at this angle from Krabeni. He would have been spotted though. Now it's just about buying time, about staying alive for as long as he can, because there isn't any kits in play, but Krabeni is dead. That means it's Makaze left alone in the clutch. Does he want to try and stop them from getting across? No, evidently not. He'll scoop up that lone flashbang, and he knows he can probably isolate these jewels because someone's going to have to commit to the plants or the defuse. Someone's going to have to get on the defuse. They've just tapped it. Now Hasinator will stick. Makaze goes for the Hail Mary, spams through the smoke. Little burst fires, and he's not going to get the kill in time. Fozil does his job, holds up his end of the bargain, and this time the defuse comes through just in time.
But Ruby can make this look competitive now. This can be 12-9. They win the gun round. It's 12-10. You're not thinking of overtime just yet. Especially, we're going 1-for-1 and now giving over an M4. This is now worrying. It's exactly the same round that undid you in the previous. But Sawale is trying to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Good util usage there, just isolates Jugas on catwalk. There is an AK that's been picked up. Oh my god, not only has the AK been picked up, that AK is singing the song of its people. A double kill found from Krabeni. He's just been monstrous throughout this entire map for NAVI Junior so far. He's found another. He's gotten another. Krabeni, you are a monster.
I knew he was going to dust too, but damn, that is an overperformance and a half. That was a hero rifle he purchased in, and he got all 4 kills. And now Easy is left stuck. They know exactly where he is. Demon will just swing him. You then got the Makaze over the top rope in the window. What a round for NAVI Junior. You got to feel like those back-to-back rounds on the 2 low buys, the 2 hero buys, do you bail them out a little bit because Ruby were waking up a little bit there?
And they're not going to be wasting any time. Ruby are going to have quick rotations, though. They've made their way up middle already. Are NAVI Junior considering this Cade?
Yes.
Or they've been spotted out now by Cemetery. That's really good awareness. That's such key information. And NAVI Junior, they're fighting deep. That's a very good flashbang, but they don't swing off the flash. Makaze wasn't blinded. Cemetery eventually does go down. That was inevitable. But Makaze continues to frag, and he just won't stop.
Yeah, and what a brilliant thing that Cemetery just did. We'll come back to it in a sec, because it is a 2v3. There's no kit, there's no util. Makaze with 3 in the round is still alive, and they've now doubled up. They can double swing in towards short, and Demon doesn't even need it. Rips the head off Cade. Hasinator, last player standing, but of course, you need to pay the Makaze toll. And Cemetery in this round not only spots these players coming up heaven,
Popular in some instances.
it was all the rage in the MRQ when I was watching that. Like everyone and their dog had an AUG. Great flash. Hasinator gets rid of Demon early. Where's Swallow? He's in mid, so we might get to see the AUG in a little bit. Feels like NAVI Junior are just going to pop onto B.
That's where Demon went down. I mean, it was a very nice flash. He kind of decides to just stay in the position and not try and get himself into the corner. Oh, okay.
See you later.
Just gonna see if I can get some chip damage done with the wall bang, and then he's dead all of a sudden. Hasinator's just been able to slide in position as well. Out in the open right now. We're gonna be swapping to the right-hand view model. Makes sense that the gun's not blocking anybody as they may swing, and that's way too easy. The spacing from Cemetery, he needs to get the trade there.
I got to give it back to this man again. You got to give it to Krabeni. He needs to get an ace this time. It's going to be hard to achieve. There's that AUG finding the kills. And you're right, Hasinator hits that brilliant timing. He then walks back into the angle, swats that right-hand view model, but the trade spacing is not good enough. And they can't bounce back, so they've got no map control. Off the back of losing Demon, they just keep committing into B.
And now they're going to try and make their way through middle. Very good flashes found, though, but there will still be more where that came from. For Ruby, there's a lot more where that came from, and Hasinator's going to get in on the act as well. My goodness, what's that? 3 or 4 players impacting the outcome of that gunfight in middle for Ruby? Cut off 1 head and 2 more appear.
I don't think Cemetery can even get the bomb over either. Easy might not be anticipating how fast he's scaled towards big box. That flashbang goes too deep, but it's okay. The bullets prevail for Ruby.
Ruby have done well to weather the storm in these early rounds so far, right? There was a lot of pressure up ramp in the first gun round. They shut NAVI Junior down there, and then they shut them down immediately afterwards in middle. So just been able to nullify these openings from the academy team. Sawalio with his AUG scoped in, gets 4 players that end up on his screen. He can't take down any of them, and I'm not concerned for the round at large.
I am.
You're not, you are? I don't think you should be.
I am.
Oh, okay, maybe now. I mean, the fact that Makaze has been able to stay alive, if he can get the kill on easy, then that turns the entire round on its head. Hasnate's looking to pour cold water on it, but he's going to have to do more than just that one kill.
And easy fell. And now Krabeni's picked up the orb.
I'm not worried.
And he's using it against them. Yeah, you're not worried. Fozel's got a kit. Maybe he can just stick it in the smoke. He's just going to go for it. He can just right-click flashbangs. He's going to hope that's enough to get the defuse over the line. Ruby will defuse the bomb. That's ridiculous. He's stolen it from right under their nose. That's Jugas with the org on T-side. What on earth is that? Just straight through the smoke. Sawalio domed. And now he's hunting for Hasanator. Hasanator's thinking, oh, the Org's not going to jump up heaven. Why would it do that?
Yeah, no chance. Hello. Cade now wants to try and get something back, but goes straight into Symmetry's crosshair, who's been proficient with the rifle today. Hasn't really had the same sort of form with his orb, but that's okay. He's hitting the shots that matter right now. 4v2. And, you know, it's great for NAVI Junior. They get so much damage in their eco and they get a bomb plant as well, but it doesn't mean that much if they lose the round afterwards. Winning this round, though, they really take advantage and capitalize on all that damage inflicted.
And they're hunting. They just keep hunting. And now they know exactly where Easy is. He's worried about CT. He knows that the Org was in heaven as well. And he thinks that's a flash. It's not. It's incendiary, and it pushes him straight into the AUG.
Yeah, they've got another gun round here, though, to try and keep themselves in the contest. If they lose this gun round, though, then it feels like NAVI Junior start to run away with it. Hasnator, that's a bit egregious. I mean, I understand if you want to get there right at the start of the round, but you can't be there late. I love that from Symmetry as well, taking the initiative, posted on the angle, and they want to try and ride the wave of the momentum off the back of that opening kill in towards the speed bomb side. Easy's out in the open, he's good for a kill, but that is never going to be enough. Cade commits, and even that in itself is questionable. 2v4, you're never really going to be able to break back into the bomb site. Sawalio doesn't even have half a mind on committing to the retake, so a big disconnect there between the two of them.
He loves doing this, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's just down. That means he'll have just over 3k in that next round. Not ideal anyway. Demon's going to go venturing in towards the safe site. That's a very good kill from Easy up close and personal with his Desert Eagle. And it's kind of spooked Jugas a little bit. Probably wants to try and stop this gun from being recovered, but there's so much pressure from Ruby. And that AK has now been picked up.
This is smart, though, that Na'Vi, they just freeze, they disengage, and then Hasanator oversteps into this Org. It is a lot of damage, and you got to think that the AWP is also tagged. That timing is everything. Cade is right behind Krabeni, and Krabeni's now got no clue, but he spins around and just takes a look at it. After dropping his utility, he hits the headshot. Remember, that bomb is not committed. Foes will now go searching in Donut, and this is why the freeze is so effective. The principle of it is effective. Makaze has a little bit of a windy day in Donut. And now Easy follows through on the AK. Uh-oh, this is now terrifying.
Yeah, this is very scary because Symmetry and Jugas are so far from one another. They're completely separated. And Symmetry doesn't know that Easy has just vacated the sites. I mean, he'll get the info now if Easy gets this kill on Jugas. But no, he's pulled his knife out just before he's cleared out the entirety of the corner. And Jugas now knows, okay, that's Easy. He was the guy who was over towards B. Commits to the plant. It's going to be Fozel left alive in the clutch. He was the player that Makaze couldn't kill earlier. But because he's so low, he's not even going to give this one a look in. Back and forth. Excuse me, a back and forth game. It feels like the rounds have been closely contested, but NAVI Junior have still been able to creep their way up to 7-3. There's nothing creeping about this round, though. They're just flying into the speed bomb site. Hasnator will go down 2. So much follow-up damage on the third, and he's actually been able to get out with his life intact. That's going to allow for Cade to come through. However, Hasnator does reface. Symmetry has to stay alive for a long time, though. He's got to stay alive to buy this time for Makaze coming through in the backlines. He'll get the kill on Sawalio, but Symmetry in turn has gone down, and they now know exactly where Makaze is. Not ideal for Easy in the corner with the AWP, but it's okay.
No
scope though, but Cade will come through to force the trade.
I don't even think he's shot. That happens. That's okay. Oh my gosh. And Krabeni's been knifed by his teammate. Guys. We're seeing this now. We saw it on Dust 2 with the blue bin. Ruby are now throwing another smoke that lands in the cutout that completely stops mollies to allow this AWP peek. That's really cool.
Yeah, preemptively, and Easy is taking full advantage. He's getting smoke kills apparently because of that smoke that's in play as well. There's a response though. There's a rebuttal from this T side. Makaze takes easy down and Demons opened up that A bomb site. 3v3 as a result with plenty time left on the clock.
Yeah, Demons now even faking out this bomb site because the idea and the intent was never to go in towards A, but with Fozil actually just having a good presence of mind to watch out for the B ramp, you now start to worry. Cade is holding the wrong side of the donut smoke, but I was going to say Demon's got too many angles to clear. The fact he gets the kill and gets out is everything, because once again, it's NAVI Junior that reset the situation.
Okay, but
Oh,
Makaze's just died now. And it's impossible for Demon with his low health. It'll burst through the smoke. They're not going to get the job done. But Hasnator with the USP will find a favorable angle. Because they've got Krabeni to Julius to try and get past. He has a smoke grenade as well. In fact, he's going to go searching. He's going to be in the open. There's no way for him to fall back here. He just walked straight into Hasnator's crosshair. Makaze's gone down as well. And that's the perfect opening to the pistol for Ruby.
If you've got the utility, it feels like a little bit of a mistake. Oh, what a molly. What a molly to clear out that angle. No, it was just right. They Goldilocks the bottle of flame. And now you're struggling. If you're NAVI Junior, they know that both of these players are now on B. You can just go A. The rotation will get here in time. Jugas will be here to stop Donut. If ever he can hit the instant headshot, and he can't actually manage it onto Sawalio. And the smoke, though, has missed in CT, so that does give them a little bit of wiggle room. They had to drop another one.
And it's also kind of missed. It gives a little bit of room here for Jugas to play with to actually close the gap in towards the bomb site. It always felt like this was supposed to be Ruby's pistol rounds. The fact that it's a 2 versus 2 is vaguely doable. No kit though, no utility either, and nothing on offer. Ruby have smartly just played the long game here, and in fact, it's a very long game being played by Easy. He's wrapping the entire way around through CT spawn right now. Fozil's the one who's going to have to try and make sure this defuse isn't actually being stuck, and he will come through from Temple, and Jugas can't force that instant frag. Demon goes searching, but there's nothing to be found in Donut, and Ruby, as a result, pick up the pistol. Can they keep this wave alive? You win here, 7-all, anti-eco 8-7. That's what's available for them. Nice angle. Hasnator has really come alive in a big way here on Ancient, but Demon matches his efforts. He can't fall back because of the Molly, though. He's still in a committed position. Molly's going to start to dissipate, and he should be able to get out. They're even going to be smoking Donut off. They're happy to give up the bomb. In the meantime, though, Cade will best Makaze. Demon, what are you thinking here, brother? What's your plan?
And they've got a smoke to smoke CT and Donut. So this is safe. But peeking before the smoke up isn't safe.
Okay, well, at least they've been able to get the bomb down.
Look at that
Quite a lot of
health.
chip damage has been done. The problem is the smoke grenade, Brandon. They can't actually get through Donut. That's why they're forced to go the entire way around, at least Krabeni is, through A main. And this is taking time. Time that NAVI Junior don't really have. They've got a smoke grenade, you're right. Low health across the board here. This is a really important fight between Krabeni and Fozil. Fozil has been able to put himself into A main, though. Krabeni's never going to expect this. It's not too clean, but it's okay. It's good enough. And that's going to allow for Cade to then get in on the act as well. They're the favorites, not just to win this game, but win the entire Europe Series 1 to get themselves a spot in the closed qualifier. But they have a challenge on their hands right now. It's going to be straight through the molly there for Swallow. That was bold, but it doesn't work out. Now, off the back of that, it's like, hey, let's just barrel in towards the A bomb site. Makaze is going to be here, though. He's only good for damage.
Oh my god, they're just taking all the fights.
Wait, where's Jugas gotten that second kill?
It just threw the smoke, just spammed it in towards CT, and
Good lord.
Cade walked the elbow smoke, so did Krabeni, and then Krabeni ran away, and he just gets another one. Krabeni fakes his footsteps, walks back in towards elbow.
Then 50 seconds there just blocked off by smoke grenades, and Ruby are going to have to wait out that smoke before they make a move elsewhere.
Yes, slightly cringe thing as well that's been done by Krabeni, which is brilliant, is he threw the smoke deeper. So now Fozil's really worried about the fact that there's going to be a lurk through that doorway. And Cemetery gets valuable info. He gets the bomb, and he gets the riflers. Demon just trades. You know the AWP was here. You know the bomb was in middle. Keep your eye on Fozil. He's got the timing on B.
Yeah, but how do they get the bomb to join up with him? The bomb's now been dropped in mid. You've got 2 players on each bomb site for Ruby, but you don't have the bomb on either site. 22 seconds now, Brandon. I don't even think there's a world in which they can pick up the bomb and get onto a site from there. You're right, it's over. The only way they could miraculously win this is if the kills were offered up to them, but NAVI Junior are not moving a muscle. I think he saved the AK from the round before that, so kind of had his hand forced into the situation. Still, it is going to be a good way for Ruby to open up. Oh my goodness, Krabeni, he's going to hang around for more. I thought after he gets the first kill, that would have been enough. Surely not another reface here. Krabeni, oh, that is so brave. How's he gone for more? Demons finished off the job, and that could be Ruby falling apart at the seams, or more NAVI Junior tearing them apart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a round. That round, it is just Ruby say, do you know what? We're going to fight middle on a more aggressive timing, and NAVI Junior say, bring it on.
Especially when you have players that have the skill sets of these Ruby individuals. Someone like Hasinator, you feel like you'd just be sending him into cave in the default kind of every round, right? Active player live wire. Either way, he has got the hero AK, but Jugas is posted on the angle, and this guy has been amazing in these past few rounds. Multi-kill after multi-kill, looking to lock down this A bomb site. Has been able to get back to the temple entrance. More damage done from the nade. Cemetery has a job to do here. No reason to shift his focus away from middle, surely, right? I think he's kind of relying on Makaze right now. Cemetery's going to die. Oh, okay. This could be a path back into the round here for the T side. Never mind. Never mind. Thank you, Jugas. Egg on my face.
It definitely could have been. No, it definitely could have been. He nearly gets Fozl as well. Fozl spams him back, and there's Cade activating. Fozl gets another one onto Grabeni, and now it's all up to Makaze. Cade's about half HP. And he needs to try and make things work. Makaze is just holding this angle. He knows that this player is coming in from Temple, and he'll lock it in. A really nice try from Ruby. All because they got that space through Cade, but not to be.
4 rounds in a row. That's what has to be one year to force us into overtime. It's a tall order. Nice.
It's a good start.
There we go. Bit of innovation. Oh, wait. Hang on. Makaze, how has he not been traded? He's still alive.
He's still alive, and he's dropping utility to try and set up his players in cave. And look at this, they just swing. He got the spam as well. Cemetery finishes off the job with the nade. Now Krabeni's just in this smoke, and it's done. It's over. 2v4. Another team flash. Both players in. Elbow, maybe that could be the difference. Easy is finding scouts, but he'd need the ace just to extend play.
Come on, brother.
One bullet away from death. Surely not. This would be an unbelievable clutch for Easy. But the internal timer is going to start to tick for Makaze. And also, Cemetery's just walked A main with his AWP and has gutted out the fact that Easy has to be at the B doors.
Yeah, exactly. They've got all the information in the world right now. It's going to have to be a step-out scope in from Easy and then hit that instant shot on Makaze. We know how quick Makaze is on the trigger, but shots baited out. Okay, this is going to give Easy a pathway onto this B-bomb site. And no...
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say maybe a plant, but no, Makaze times his wall bang to perfection, and it's NAVI Junior into the semis.